Hello and welcome back to Travelers Clicks. My name is Indira. This video is about my pandemic travel experience. 6 months ago, when the international flights were restricted, I had an emergency travel to Sri Lanka. Recently, I returned to India in the peak of the second wave of COVID-19 in India. During the back and forth of my journey, I had 4 PCR tests. All of them were negative, and 4 quarantines for 45 days, which includes 2 hotel quarantines and 2 home quarantine. Actually, if it is a normal day, I need only 1 to 1.5 days to reach my home in Sri Lanka. This time, I reached my home after 18 days. If I talk everything about my long journey, this video will be too lengthy. So I have divided my journey as 3 parts. I will keep the video as short as possible and tell you only the important things like emergency pass for my travel, flight tickets, hotel quarantines, PCR test, how much I paid for each and everything, and the safety precautions I took, and so on. So stay tuned. Welcome back. If I tell you briefly about why I wanted to travel during the pandemic was, I am a Sri Lankan citizen living in India, and my mother is living alone in Sri Lanka. At the end of September last year, my mother had an accidental fall and fractured her spine. She was hospitalized. So I wanted to go there immediately. Unfortunately, all the commercial flights were banned due to the pandemic. Therefore, I got registered with the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry for my repatriation. Subsequently, I contacted the Sri Lankan Deputy High Commission in Chennai. They told me that there's a cargo flight that goes to Sri Lanka once in 2 weeks, and I can fly only if my repatriation was approved by the Foreign Ministry. And the approval is based on priority, because so many Sri Lankans were waiting to go back since the regular flights got cancelled. The High Commission also asked me the supporting documents for my emergency repatriation, such as a letter from the Jaffna Teaching Hospital where my mother was admitted, and other particulars. I submitted those and started to waiting for my repatriation. Meanwhile, the COVID broke out again in Sri Lanka. Therefore, the Sri Lankan government holds the repatriation for a couple of weeks in October. Then they resume the repatriation process, but no good luck. I didn't get my special permission. Then I decided to contact the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry, and it worked out. Finally, I got my special permission, or emergency travel pass, or whatever it's called, exactly after 53 days of my urgent request. Finally, today I received a call from the Sri Lankan Deputy High Commission that my repatriation flight is on this Saturday, and I have to go through some COVID regulations such as a 3-day hotel quarantine in Chennai and a PCR test within 72 hours before my flight. So, the High Commission had sent few list of hotels which are government approved for COVID-19 related travelers in Chennai. My husband has booked a room for me at the Lemon Tree Hotel, which is a 4-star hotel in Guindy. One more thing, I am in Andhra Pradesh now, and I have to check into the hotel in Chennai by tomorrow morning. Unexpectedly, The powerful cyclone Nivar is expected to hit the Chennai by tomorrow. Tamil Nadu government has already started to cancel the flights and trains. In any case, I do not want to miss this chance of going to my mother. So, my husband has booked a seat in an overnight sleeper bus to Chennai. I hope that I can reach Chennai and check into the hotel without any difficulties by tomorrow. Eventually, after 11 hours of bus journey, I arrived at the hotel yesterday morning. The bus driver took additional 3 hours to reach in the waterlogged roads due to the cyclone. So now you can have a look at my hotel room. So once I checked into my room yesterday, the first thing that I did was inform the High Commission that I have started my hotel quarantine. The second thing that I did was disinfected my phone and baggage and I took a shower. Then I contacted a PCR testing center from the list of government approved medical centers which was sent by the High Commission and made an appointment with them for today. They will come to my room to do the PCR test. As I mentioned earlier, I am going through my first 3 days quarantine at Lemon Tree Hotel in Guindy. This is a 4-star hotel. I paid Indian rupee 3,150 per day and I have to pay additionally if I order any food or drink. I ordered a dosa for my breakfast. I also have some Maggi cup noodles to manage. So this is the view from my hotel room. The Nivar cyclone is weakened now. There's no rain, still can see the trees moving to the heavy winds. So it's done. I did my first PCR test. So 2 lab technicians came from Balaji Medical Center, which was suggested by the High Commission of Sri Lanka. One of the technicians brought 2 wooden swabs. I don't know what it's called technically or medically. She took 1 swab and asked me to look up and open my mouth and put the tongue out. She took the sample from my throat in the zip bag. And again with another swab. She asked me to look down and insert it into my nose up to the end, and she took the sample from my nose and sealed that as well. It cost me 3,000 Indian rupee. It's include the charges for the technicians to come to my hotel room and take the test. So they're supposed to give me the result by end of the day. I never thought I will do a PCR test during this pandemic. And last 6 months, I never came out of my house. And I avoid all unnecessary travels. Even the shopping, groceries, everything I done through online. Even I had my own haircut in the house. So here, yesterday when I traveled to Chennai, the other people are very normal in the road. Most of them wearing a mask, some of them keeping the mask under the chin, and I don't know what's the use of that. And some of them not wearing at all. They are very normal. So it's look like I am unnecessarily panicking more or worrying more about this coming out and traveling during this pandemic. And I take all the safety precautions of COVID. Because I'm inside the room, so I'm not wearing the masks now. Otherwise, if I'm going outside the hotel room, I have to wear the mask and take sanitizer bottle, everything with me. So those are the things very important. Even I am very concerned about the room service items which they are giving to me. I used to sanitize again or wash them again. So I am very concerned about my safety here in the hotel quarantine. So finally, around 10:30 at night, I received my PCR test result. It's negative. Actually, I was little tense until I saw the result. Now I am more relieved. As I fly through the Sri Lankan cargo flight, I cannot book a flight ticket on their website. The Sri Lankan High Commission has sent me the instructions, price and payment methods to booking a ticket over the phone. Yesterday, I purchased my ticket. You will be shocked to know the price. I paid Indian rupee 27,800. In Sri Lankan rupee, it's 69,300. It is 2 or 3 times more expensive than the usual times for one-way and 1-hour flight in the economy class. Thank God, the day has finally come after 2 months delay and went through many procedures and protocols. At this point, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Sri Lankan Deputy High Commission in Chennai and Ministry of Foreign Affairs Sri Lanka to help me going to Sri Lanka when the traveling is not allowed. So, I am here at the airport. I came to the airport around night 9 o'clock. My flight is at 3:25 in the early morning. So it's going to be a sleepless night. So I don't know at what time I can sleep tomorrow after completing all the procedures at Colombo Airport. Because I have to go through my second PCR test at Karnataka Airport. Perhaps I may have to wait for the result. Then I have to choose my second quarantine hotel. So this all may take many hours. Chennai Airport authorities asked for the hard copies of PCR test result and the flight ticket along with a passport. The front desk staff at the Lemon Tree Hotel helped me to print out those, so I didn't have any problem of handing over them. They also helped me in booking a taxi to the airport. The airline was very strict on the weight of the passengers checking baggages. Even though it's a cargo flight and with limited number of passengers, luckily my baggage was underweight. So I'm waiting for my flight with all required safety gears, double masks, gloves, sanitizer, etc. And I'm carrying the extras of them. The next video will be about my 14 days hotel quarantine and my second and third PCR experience. If you like my video, press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please press the subscribe button so you can easily find my videos. Thank you. Bye bye.